Students, how do you feel nowadays? Because due to COVID-19, you can't go out to play or run with your friends, can't able to go to school for studying also. All the time spending at home make you bored and sad, no? So, to do all the things you want, you must be healthy. When you are healthy, you can play and study well. This will keep you happy. So, it is important to be healthy. Thus, we can say that good health keeps us fit, strong and active. In this chapter, we will be going to learn about the cleanliness and hygiene, how we can keep ourselves clean. We should keep ourselves clean by the good habits which we can follow. These good habits can ensure cleanliness and good health, which are called as hygiene. Hygiene prevents diseases and keeps us healthy by taking care of our body in such a way, like take a bath daily with clean water and soap. It removes sweat and dirt. Use a clean towel to. So, hygiene prevents diseases and keeps us healthy by taking care of our body. Like take a bath daily with clean water and soap because it removes sweat and dirt. Oral hygiene we have to maintain, hair care, hand wash, and various kinds of food hygiene, eye cares, etc. Washing of hands. Few steps we should follow to wash our hands. Like, first of all, we wet hands with running water and put soap to kill the germs. Then rub your palms together. Then put one hand on top of the other and rub between the fingers. Then the fourth step is rub your fingers and thumb front and back and your wrist for 15 seconds. After that, rinse hands under running water and then dry hands with a clean towel. By this way, you can wash your hands and to make yourself clean and fit. Next is oral hygiene. Brush. To maintain our oral hygiene, we have to follow certain steps like brush your teeth twice a day, clean your tongue with a tongue cleaner, floss regularly to remove the food stuck between the teeth, rinse your mouth properly after every meal, and of course visit a dentist in a regular interval. After that, you should take care of your eyes, like always sit straight while reading or writing. Do not read while moving in a car or in a bus. Don't read in a dim or very bright light. It strains the eyes. Do not rub your eyes with dirty hands or cloth. Germs can enter the eyes and cause infection. Sit at least 6 feet away from the TV set. Protect eyes from bright sunlight. Eat must vegetables and fruits like spinach, carrots, cabbage, etc. These are rich in vitamin A. They keep the eyes also healthy. And of course, wash your eyes with clean and cold water 2 or thrice time in a day. Now we are going to know the take care of ears. Care of ears. Never insert any pointed object into the ear. Clean your outer ears with a clean towel. Ask your parent to clean your inner ears with a cotton bud. And of course, loud sound from loudspeakers and music systems can damage your ears. So stay away from the loud sounds. Now, we will be going to know about the taking care of nose. Do not pick your nose with a sharp object or do not use a dirty handkerchief to blow your nose. It may cause the infection. Care of hair. Regularly wash your hair with a good shampoo. It keeps your hair and scalp clean. It also keeps the hair and scalp free from dandruff and lice. Massages the scalp with a good oil regularly, increases blood circulation and keeps your hair glossy also. Comb your hair regularly to keep it neat and tidy. Do not use combs and towels to other of persons to avoid any infection. Do not use their hair dye and coloring agents also. Then you have to know about the cloth cleaning. Change your clothes every day. Always wear clean clothes. Wear clean socks and shoes also. Wash dirty clothes with a good quality detergent and clean water. Then dry them in the sun. Now we will be going to know about the food and water. How can we keep them clean? Wash the vegetables and fruits thoroughly before eating. It removes the microorganisms, dirt and harmful chemicals from them. Peel and wash the underground vegetables like radishes, carrots, beetroots before use. Don't eat exposed food such as fruit, cut fruits. They might be infected with microorganisms. Drink only clean water. Prefer boiled and filtered water. Next, the cleanliness of our surroundings. How can we make our surroundings clean? We have to follow few steps like, let us know how can we keep our surroundings clean. You have to clean the kitchen floor, toilet, bathroom with disinfectants regularly. Keep your surroundings clean by not throwing garbages in the open. Always use covered dustbin. Do not allow water to collect inside the drums, buckets, etc. Mosquitoes may breed in it because they breed in stagnant water. Clean the coolers regularly. Put wet screens on net on the doors and windows of the houses to prevent the entry of flies and mosquitoes. Then we have to know about some diseases which causes due to the lack of personal hygiene and unclean surroundings. Many diseases are there due to lack of personal hygiene and unclean surroundings like diphtheria, viral fever, diarrhea, typhoid, chicken pox. Slowly we will going to learn. Through air. When a sick person coughs, sneezes or spits, germs are released onto the air. Common cold, diphtheria, viral fever, tuberculosis spread through this kind of air. Next, the diseases spread through infected food and water. Eating of contaminated food and drinking of contaminated water causes diseases like diarrhea, typhoid, jaundice, cholera, which can spread through infected food and water. Through direct contact, when a healthy person comes in contact with an infected person or any of his or her belongings like towel or handkerchief, the healthy person may also get infected like chicken pox, ringworm, conjunctivitis, whooping cough, especially nowadays coronavirus also coming up. So all these diseases can spread through direct contact. Next is through some insects. As we know that dengue is very commonly disease which can spread through mosquitoes. Clearly we have to get the idea about other insects also, like a female Anopheles mosquito bites when a person suffering from malaria and sucks the malaria germs along with the sick person's blood. In case of Aedes mosquito spread dengue and chikungunya. All these diseases can be prevented by maintaining personal hygiene and keeping the surroundings clean. So, we have to follow few do's and don'ts to prevent the diseases. Like, first, always cover your nose and mouth while coughing and sneezing. Avoid close contact with a person suffering from an infectious diseases. Do not use personal things like handkerchief, towel, etc. Never eat food from roadside vendors and of course keep your body clean. Nowadays, the medicines are available in the market that can protect us against these diseases. These medicines are called vaccines. The process of giving vaccine is called the vaccination. There are specific vaccines also are there that are given at a particular age, like polio vaccine. At the time of birth, the polio vaccine is given to the children. Now we will be going to learn about the waste. There are two type of waste, as we know, that biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Every day we put many things in our dustbin. For example, eating banana, and after eating that, put its peel in the dustbin. Then after removing the products, we put the packing materials in our dustbin. And sometimes we throw the peels of vegetables also. Like this, so many wastage are collected in the dustbin. These can be categorized in the two types, that is, I told earlier, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Let us know what is biodegradable waste. Waste that can be decomposed by microorganisms over a period of time so that it cannot harm the environment is called biodegradable. Peels and cuttings of fruits and vegetables, leftover food, leaves, animal dung, plant residue and agricultural wastes are the examples of biodegradable waste. In case of non-biodegradable, very commonly used plastics, waste that cannot be decomposed by microorganisms and stay unchanged over time is called non-biodegradable waste. Like plastic, glass, metal objects are the examples of non-biodegradable. Students, it is important to separate biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste so that they can be disposed properly. For this reason, we have to use two types of dustbins, like blue and green. The blue dustbin is used for collecting the non-biodegradable waste and the green dustbin is used for collecting biodegradable waste. Because we are facing such problems like biodegradable waste that is left in open cases, bad smell in the surroundings, and non-biodegradable wastes do not decompose, they cause pollution. For this reason, we have to reduce the use of non-biodegradable waste. Like how to reduce. It is important to reduce the generation of waste. This can be achieved by practicing the 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. The 3 R's are like, one is reduce, means creating less waste, especially the non-biodegradable waste. Some ways to reduce waste are like, do not buy a new school bag or a lunch box or pencil box when you already have a preferably usable one. Carry your own cloth bags while shopping to avoid the use of polythene bags. Take as much as food on your plate as you can eat. Reuse. Reuse means using old things for other purposes instead of throwing them away. Some ways to reuse waste is like, make mats from old clothes, donate old clothes and furniture to the poor and needy, use the old newspapers to make carry bags, use old church papers to cover your books, notebooks, etc. And in case of recycle, making useful things from waste materials is called recycling. Some ways of recycling are recycled old newspaper and make tissue paper and cardboard. Metal cans are melted in recycling industries to make fresh metals. They are used to make new products. If we follow these 3 R's and maintain our personal hygiene, we can make our surroundings clean and also get a pollution-free world. So students, let us do something for making our environment clean and keep us fit and healthy.